Any question so far? Like brotherly, for who learn for first time. Brotherly, you learn for first time, right? Brotherly.
Yeah, this is my first time.
So so far, what do you understand about Abhidhamma?
Uh, a lot of things to remember. I mean, to understand is one thing, then
Uh-huh.
usually like a week later, I can't remember, then I have to read, read the book again, try to recall. And so it's a lot of terms and a lot of things to remember for me lah. Yeah.
Yeah, any Abhidhamma student have to remember 28 Lupas, 52 Cetasika, after that will be 89. So there are lots of facts, but if you can apply this in your meditation, it's not so difficult. It's very useful in meditation because it makes things very clear. Which kind of
Mm.
mind, which kind of Cetasika, which kind of Lupa it happened at that moment. So it
Oh,
leaves no doubts at all.
okay. But I feel like
Sometimes, yes,
yeah,
yes,
in like
yeah,
in
please continue.
meditation, yeah, if let's say in a meditation practice, if there are too many also, it can be a bit, complicated. If there are
Yeah,
like too
right,
many
right,
types of
yes,
Cetasika,
yes,
maybe
yes.
one or two is good for now. But if there are too many, the mind start to think like, hey, what is this? What is that? It's like busy
Uh,
identifying.
Out of 52, not all will come at one time. Only one is like we call it they happen together because all the chitas happen together, but only one is prominent. Because when you're making effort at the time, effort is there. But of course there must be mindfulness, right? When you read the book, maybe your eye questions is more obvious, but there will be effort to read. There will be interest, there will be mindfulness. There are many things together, but only one leading. So when you meditate, you just remember, just be mindful of whatever happened at that moment. Okay. If you are feeling anger, when you're angry, of course, you will feel very frustrated, worry, and so on. But at the time, maybe anger is more prominent. So when you're worrying, then worry will be more prominent. But at that time, there might be also restless mind and so on. Right. So we just go to the right at that moment only. Yeah, of course, in 1 minute, your mind happen very fast. There are many thousands of things happen in your mind, but you cannot go and note all the thousands of things. So you just choose one. Okay, make your life simple. Okay,
Thank you,
all
Sayalji.
right. Yeah, but still, as Abhidhamma student, you just have to remember, because last time when you study all the mathematics, science in the school, the teacher asks you to remember, you just have to remember, right? But up to now, maybe whatever you learn in science, some you forget, some not forget, but some will come useful, right? Like last time I learned about what ampere times volt equal to watts. Last time physics, right? I learned that one. It's theory.
Mm.
I never apply it until I come to Myanmar because here I have to be in charge of sometimes buying the things, also observe the electronic things. I had to answer, oh, what is watts? Like aircon is 2,500, air cooler is 900 watts. Whatever I learned in the past is quite applicable now. So whatever knowledge you learn maybe not happen now, but in the future they might be useful. Okay. So just keep it in mind. But at least you know now the way I teach is that I give you the books, they are reference book, right? So if you're interested, you can read more. My handout is very simple. So I say the way I teach is like treat you all like s- from maybe from one, from two lah. If you read the comprehensive manual of Abhidhamma, it's like university level already, right? Okay, but I give you the guideline. So in future you can read the books are there. All these are very good reference book. You can make use of them anytime. Okay, so the assignment is for you all to think about it. Out of 52, let's say 20 come out. Which one is more important? Okay. All right. Okay. If no question, I will continue the screen sharing. Yeah. Okay. So we have finished the common one. Okay. So let's go to beginning. Okay, we finished the common one. All right, out of 7 and 6. So out of 7, these 7 will come out all the time. Okay, and these 6 will come out sometime. right? So these are common to all wholesome, unwholesome, or other chitta. So unwholesome is very easy. Unwholesome only appear in unwholesome. Okay. Now sobana will appear in sobana chitta, means all the wholesome thing. All right. And also to do with like jhana and so on. Okay, it's very easy to remember. 25 out of 25, you got 19, then 3, 2, 1. Very easy. 19, 3, 2, 1. So plus together 6 plus 19, you got 25. Okay, and all these are easy because they happen to us when we have wholesome mind, so it's not so difficult to understand. The notes is actually coming from comprehensive manual of Abhidhamma. Okay, the mental state that is with virtue is sobana. The sobana mental state are 25. They should be classified into 4 groups. Sobana sadharana. Sadharana is common to all sobana chitta. Sobana, you take it as beautiful one or wholesome one. Okay. Virati 3, abstinence. Apamanya is sometimes we translate illimitable, limitless, boundless, measurable. Panya wisdom. Okay. Okay, now what we do is just look for the Pali definition, sada. The first one we have is faith, confidence. That's why there are various translations, faith or confidence, or another simple word, you put trust something or you believe in something. Sometimes we also can use other translation like belief, but the best should be confidence or faith, right? So now we will read the more explanation from this one, okay? The comprehensive manual of Abhidhamma. Okay, so it start from this one, okay? This is the Pali. So for the traditional text, the one that in Myanmar, more the children really memorize by heart all this Sada, Sati, Hiri, Otapa, Otapam, Alobo, Aldosa, Tatra Majatata, Kaya Pasadi, Chitta Pasadi, and so on. All right. Now, okay, we read the faith. Sada, faith. The first of the beautiful Cetasika, so Sobana is translated as a beautiful, is faith, which has a characteristic of placing faith or of trusting. Its function is to clarify as a water clearing gem causes muddy water to become clear, or its function is to set forth as one might set forth to cross the flood. It's manifested as non-forgiveness. For example, the removal of the mind impurities or as a less solution. So another meaning you can take it is like somebody less solid on something. Right, means that they totally place the confidence in that thing. So a postulate cause is something to place faith in or hearing the good Dharma. This means that if somebody see the Buddha statue or see the Buddha himself, they have faith in the Buddha. All right. So there is something to place the faith in. Or when you hear the Dhamma, your sada, your faith be increased. So all this is faith is one of the factors for somebody to become enlightened. First stage, there's a stream entry. Now the simile here is given is very nice. Water clearing gem. All right. That is the in traditional way they explain like this. Okay. So we can put a simile here. But in modern terms, I hope some of you remember we have some this word called I think they pronounce it alum. Right? Anybody know what it is? When the water is dirty, you place this chemical, it actually really make all the dirty things sink down, right? So it make the things sink down. It's like sada. When somebody has sada, all the dirty, unwholesome things sink down. So the mind become pure and finally will be clear water, right? So it's this one, alum. Okay, so this is first simile we can given. Or sati. Okay, let's look for the next one. I think everybody says mindfulness, mindfulness. Now, what is mindfulness? So it's very interesting. We read the explanation from Abhidhamma. Okay, so I will invite somebody to read. All right. Sister Vira, Oi, can you read this one?
Okay, thank you, Saji.
Yes.
Mindfulness, is it?
Yes,
Sati.
mindfulness.
The word sati derives from a root meaning to remember, but as a mental factor, it signifies presence of mind, attentiveness to the present, rather than the faculty of memory regarding the past. It has the characteristic of not wobbling, that is, not floating away from the object. Its function is absence of confusion or non-forgetfulness. It is manifested as guardianship or as the state of confronting an objective view. Its proximate cause is strong perception, tirasanya, or the four foundation of mindfulness.
Okay. So can you find any simile here? Vira?
And to remember, oh, sorry, you say the non-floating, not floating away from the object.
Okay, so when we say non-floating away, what is the meaning of non-floating away? Can you find another simile similar to it?
Non-forgetfulness.
I mean, just an example, simile. This non-forgetfulness, all these are meaning, you know, the meaning.
Simile.
Yeah, there's something here. I hope you remember. There's something here.
Manifested as a guardianship.
Yeah, the
state
get
of
get.
confronting.
Remember the get man, the guard. Guardianship. What is guardianship? Remember the example of a gate man at the
The
guard
door.
what you call it, the gate what gate door gapper is it the door
The
guardian
security. That door.
a
Security.
guard door, okay, guard door
Or
guard at the
doorkeeper.
gate, yeah, a
Gatekeeper.
doorkeeper, oh yeah, doorkeeper, okay, doorkeeper, okay, the doorkeeper, what its function is always just be aware, okay? The function is aware of somebody going in, coming out, going in, coming out. But he should not engage in a talking with that somebody. All right. He should not say, oh, okay. He should not say, why are you coming to this city today? Why are you going out of this city today? He should not engage in talking to any person coming in, going out. So the guard, the purpose is just take care of the guard, the entrance boy, and just try to remember who coming, going, come on, okay, without try to engage so much in them. All right, so there's a guide one. And just now it says something that like sing down. Another example you can use as a like stone sing down. But the stone sing down is actually much more better for sada. Sada means believe something. When you believe in something, your mind really sink down to that object. All right. So this alum or another one, you can say kind of like stone dropping down, something like that. Okay. Drop down or sink down. Okay. So we try to use different simile, then you all can remember better. How to adjust it. Okay. All right. Now, when we say sati, the main thing is what? Memory. All right. Because the word sati, from the roots to remember. Okay. So sar to remember. So when we say you have mindfulness, that means that you remember the object. For example, when you not the abdomen rising, falling, rising, falling. If you remember the rising, falling, this means that you have mindfulness there. If you don't remember the rising, falling, or you don't remember the breathing, your mind goes somewhere. This means that you forget it. At that time means you have no mindfulness. So that's why the root sar becomes sati to remember. So it's very interesting when we link together. Okay. So the text is there, you can read again. So main thing is memory. Okay, you don't forget what you don't forget. You don't forget the object, you got the object. So everything must link with the object, because when we say what makes the mind clear is when you remember the object. Okay. Right. Then he because sometimes when you all put the chat box, oh yeah, okay. Because when I share the screen, I cannot see the chat box. Okay, now I say, yeah, gatekeeper, right? Okay, yeah, that's the term. Okay, so gatekeeper, doorkeeper, or gatekeeper. Okay, doorkeeper may be better. Gatekeeper means keep track of the gate to the city and so on. Okay, now Hiri Otaba. This Hiri Otaba, you have to remember, okay, they are one pair. Earlier on, Hiri is always moral shame. Otapa is moral dread. So Hiri is afraid to do some evil action, right? I just put the word action. Otapa means afraid of the evil result. There's one is like karma, one is action, one is result. So you just take it, Hiri is afraid of evil action. Otapa is the result of the evil action. So Hiri Otapa is always one pair. So very easy. If you want to remember, SS, Sada, Sati, one pair. All right. Hiri, Otapa, one pair. Then Alopa, Adosa, one pair. So out of this, you remember one pair, Sada, Sati, Hiri, Otapa, Aloba, Adasa. Okay, I remember one pair, one pair, one pair. So easy. Now, Hiri, Otapa, we look at that's why you can see the explanation they describe together. Okay, next person. Amy Chu. Amy Chu, can you read? Yes, Amy? Can you hear you, Amy?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Pain, feeling, and fear of wrongdoing, otapa, has the characteristic of disgust at bodily and verbal misconduct. Fear of wrongdoing has the characteristic dread in regard to such misconduct. They both have the function of not doing evil and are manifested as the shrinking away from evil. The proximate cause is respect for self and respect for others, respectively. These two states are called by the Buddha the guardians of the world, because they protect the world from falling into widespread immorality.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay. So remember, Hiri is talking about action, all right? Bodily and verbal action. Otapa is regarding the result, all right? So it's actually quite same thing, but in different way. Because you can see both of them are function of not doing evil. Yeah. Have to stop the M. Okay. Not doing the evil and manifest as shrinking away from evil, right? So cosmic cause is this very important. When you have respect for yourself, respect for others, then you have hiri otapa. Respect for yourself means that you believe that, you think that, if I do evil, people will scold me or people will look down at me. So that's respect yourself. When you respect for others, when you thinking about your father, mother, if you do evil things, you steal, you sexual misconduct, your parents, your relatives, they were not happy. So this is called respect for others. Now they are called by the Buddha. This very nice simile here, guardian of the world. Because the Buddha said, because they exist in the world, this is why people, they were shrink away from killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct. If they are not around, so people will fall into the widespread of immorality, means doing the bad action here. So this is very good. You see, gatekeeper is only for sati. So for Hiri Atapa, they are also guardian of the world, prevent people from doing misdeed. So sati is only talking about get, but this is better simulate. It's talking about word, right? So remember, you can divide it. Sada sati is one pair. Hiri otapa is one pair. Hiri is talking about evil action, moral shame, afraid to do shameful to do evil action. Otapa is afraid of the result of the evil action. All right. So hiri otapa is always one pair here. This I think not so difficult to understand. Next one is aloba and dosa. Okay. Now before that, remember under the akusala, you have loba and dosa. This is opposite. You have loba and dosa. So we go back to the earlier one. Okay. Sometimes when you study, you need to compare and contrast. All right. So you have loba here, and you have dosa here under akusala. So in the sobana, you have aloba. Okay. This is loba is greed. Okay. So aloba is non-greed. You had dosa, hatred. So this is a dosa, non-hatred. So you can, if you have print out, you just draw a pen, just draw a kind of like, you can just kind of draw an arrow. So to show that in a way they are opposite each other. All right. Okay, like this. Okay, show that when you remember loba, there must be aloba. Remember dosa, there must be adosa. Okay, like this. That's how we do. Compare and contrast. Now, the word okay. So we always have the prefix in Bali, all right? So it comes from na, all right? Sometimes the word na, it changed to sometimes na change to na, all right? Here is na. So plus loba. So aloba. Aloba has means sometimes you just translate non-greed, but another meaning may be free from greed, okay, or lack of greed, right? Same like dosa, you had dosa, dosa, become dosa. Non-greed, here is non-hatred, mean free from hatred. When somebody is free from greed, so what is the state of mind? Where is it? He will have generosity, maybe more charitable mind, or willing to give donation. Same also when the mind is free from hatred. When the mind has no hatred, that means that there will be metta, like compassion or whatever. Okay, any opposite one is a good state. But normally adosa here refer to metta. So we will remember in pair, all right? So like Brother Lee, you say many things to remember, so you can remember pair and pair. Because all mind, if ask you to remember 7 at one time, especially Pali English, is actually quite taxing, quite a stress for the mind. So instead of remember 7 at one go, remember there are 3 pair here, sada, sati, 1 pair, hili, otapa, another pair, aloba, adosa, 1 pair, then tatra majatata. All right. Sada, sati is good, faith and mindfulness. Hili, otapa is 1 pair. Aloba, odasa, non-attachment, and adosa, non-hatred. Non-attachment or non-grasping on object. Very easy means you let go. All right. Non-hatred is quite same with metta. Okay. Now we try to look at the text for aloba and adosa. Okay. 5. Somebody read 5. Okay. Bante Aditya Sena. Can you read number 5, please?
Non-greed, aloba.
Okay.
Non-greed has the characteristic of the mind's lack of desire for its object, or non-adherence to object like a drop of water on a lotus leaf. Its function is not to lay hold, and its manifestation is detachment. it should be understood that non-greed is not the mere absence of greed, but the presence of positive virtues such as generosity and renunciation as well.
Okay, thank you. All right. So you can see here, it is not talking about just there's no greed, but it also means the opposite one, the positive one. Besides non-greed, you also got generosity, you also got renunciation. So aloba, sometimes we can translate as generosity. Sometimes aloba, you can translate as renunciation. So it's explained as not lack of desire, means it does not have that one thing and it will not attach to it. So because we say the greedy mind is always attached to it. So here is like non-adherent means it does not attach to it. It manifests a detachment. So it's very easy to remember. This is just like letting go, generosity and renunciation. Now the example given here, Monday, do you see the example given here? Any simile?
Drop of water on a lotus leaf.
Do you understand about this one?
Um,
Because sometimes for us, we never see the lotus leaf. Do you understand about
because
this one?
because
Yeah.
the water won't be absorbed into the leaf, so it
Yeah.
usually just drop on it and just fall back into the pond.
But why it will it not absorb to it? Do you know why? Why is happening on the lotus leaf? Do you know?
This is just like not attached to anything. It's just like a symbol of that.
I mean, what is on the top of water leaf? Do you know that?
I'm not sure, but then it's
Not
something
sure.
like
Yeah.
a wax like that. Something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
wax.
That's the thing. So that's why I say sometimes this kind of simile is difficult for us who live in the modern city because we never see a lotus leaf unless you live in kampong side where you can access where you have the lotus pond or you can get hold of lotus leaf. For us, like when I remember sometimes when the first time my teacher say it's like when you see a rising passing away, it's like sesame seed being cooked in the pot where they pop 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 pop. To me, I was have to think a lot what is sesame. All right. So here is talking about water leaf is non-sticky. So when you put the water on the top of water leaf, it will not stick to water leaf because water leaf is made of some kind of wax and so on. All right. So sometimes this kind of simile is not easy for us because we never see what is water leaf.
Saji,
Okay.
maybe can get
Can you
another
give
type of leaf that daun
okay, yes,
keladi. They call it in Malay
geladi.
the daun keladi.
Oh
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
usually see that in kampung.
Oh yeah, geladi. Okay, yes. Anything that as long as you can understand. So the idea is non-attachment, non-grasping. Okay, Bande. All right, thank you. Yes. Now adosa. Okay. Okay, next person.
Sorry, Saji.
Yes, yes.
Lotus leaves means daun keladi.
A geladi is another type of. Is
Keladi
it
is
same?
yam or?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yam also. Yes.
Yes,
No,
it's
lotus leaf. Lotus
I'm
leaf is
giving two
separate.
examples.
Yeah, two example. One is lotus
Oh,
leaf. Another one is the example we can see in
okay.
Malaysia. Okay, okay. All right. So as long as the water not stick to the water leaf, it's okay. All right. So adosa. Okay. Chiwun, can you read the adosa? Chiwun. Yeah.
Yes.
Chinchu. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Non-hatred, adosa. Non-hatred has the characteristic of lack of ferocity or of non-opposing. Its function is to remove annoyance or to remove fever, and its manifestation is agreeableness. Non-hatred comprises such positive virtues as loving kindness, gentleness, amity, friendliness, etc. When non-hatred appears as the sublime quality of loving kindness, metta, it has the characteristic of promoting the welfare of living beings. Its function is to prefer their welfare. Its manifestation is the removal of ill will. Its proximate cause is seeing beings as lovable. Such loving kindness must be distinguished from selfish affection. Its near enemy. Okay. That's all.
Do you see any simile? Yeah. No. Yes. Any example that you can give? Or maybe you try to give an example. All right. Can you? Okay. Chiwon, can you try any example? All right.
It's like metta.
Yeah, it is actually like meta. But how do you describe meta to people? That's one thing. Okay.
Maybe I try Saji. This is Shirley.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
may be equate to a parent's love for their children,
Parents love. Yeah. Okay.
regardless
Okay.
of the children's whether they do right or wrong. I mean they encompass, they
Okay. So parents love. You're talking about parents love, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. This one example we can see, or another one last time I also tell you, dosa is fire. So meta you can consider as water because it's opposite of fire. So it's cool, it's cooling, it's healthy, and everybody like to drink water. Okay. That's one example. So any example you can write as long as it's logical for people. Now, one thing about here is say very important, right? It does not have it also remove the fever. That's why I say when you're very angry, your mind is very hot. So when you're not angry, your mind is not so hot. And also beside the non-hatred, you also have loving kindness, all these good qualities. And means that you want them to be healthy, wealthy, and the proximate cause means that when you see something or somebody you love, so it will appear. Like if somebody see their son and daughter, so this is called proximate cause. Now, what is this selfish affection? Selfish affection means that your love change you to more attachment is because you love that person because it's your son and daughter. It's not because you purely love them only. So they call selfish affection. Or sometimes in Pali we call piya. Yeah? Piya, P-I-Y-A, piya. So this is called near enemy. I think I write down on my notes. So later I will come back again. Okay. Now, Tatra Majatata. This is a strange Pali word, but it's nice. Tatra there, Maja Tata. Okay. Middleness in there. There refer to the Cetasika. So, or another word, just use the word equanimity. All right. Now, equanimity is easy to understand. So, Tatra Majatata. Another translation, neutrality of mind. Okay, so next person. All right. Okay, like Evelyn Wong. Okay, Evelyn Wong, can you read this one? Okay, if cannot, okay, let's go for next one.
I
Yes.
can read, but I don't know where which one because I just joined.
Okay, yeah, try, it's okay. Can
Which
you
one?
read?
The
Yes.
neutrality, is it?
7. Yeah, number 7. Yes.
Okay. Read the read, right?
Yes, just read. Yeah.
Neutrality of mind, Tetramachihatata. The Pali term for this Cetasika literally means there in the middleness. It is a synonym for equanimity, vipaka, not as neutral feeling, but as a mental attitude of balance, detachment, and impartiality. It has the characteristic of conveying consciousness and the mental factor evenly. It's a function to prevent deficiency and excess, or to prevent partiality. It is manifested as neutrality. It should be seen as the state of looking on with equanimity in the Chitta and Cetasikas, like a character who looks on with equanimity at the true breeze progressing evenly along the roadway. Neutrality of mind becomes the sublime quality of equanimity. Where is it? Towards living beings. As such, it traits being free from discrimination, without preference and prejudice, looking upon all as equal. This equanimity should not be confused with its near enemy, the worthy-minded indifference due to ignorance. The
Okay,
next chart.
okay, thank you. All right. So economy is just very simple, just the meaning of economy new, but it's not the neutral feeling. It's not, this is a Cetasika. We are not on the feeling side, okay? This is only the equanimity means that the balance, detachment, impartiality. Right. So anyway, we are talking about Chitta and Cetasika. So make sure the Chitta and Cetasika, consciousness and mental factors are evenly. So not too much, not too less. The example given is a character, right? When he driving the horse on the roadway, everything is very smooth. The road is very smooth, and then the horse are very well trained. So he just no need to put so much effort. He just hold on the string and then be able to drive the horse. All right. So that's a previous example. Okay. Now this example is last time when people are having the horse and chariot and so on. For us, we don't have horse. We don't see the horse, we don't see the chariot. So that one example is thinking that, for example, when you are driving on the highway, all right, let's say you're driving on the highway without traffic. So basically, when you're on the about 90 or 100, so you just be relaxed because the traffic is very good, and then the road is very straight. So you just put your effort very little bit on the steering wheel, right? So you don't need to turn left, turn right. You just hold on at it, so you can drive very smoothly. That's the meaning, all right? So it's like kind of like we say when the driver is driving on the very smooth road. So the example is very easy. So equanimity not only on the Chitta but also on the Cetasika. Whatever we call it, those arise together. So the example given is like driving, uh, driving or driver on smooth highway. Okay. So no need to okay, no need to put too much effort or too less effort. So the mind is very calm down, and I just try like this.
I actually can say cruising.
Cruising.
Cruising, yeah, like
Yeah, cruising. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cruising on the highway. Yes. Okay. So if you've been to some like KL highway or whatever, you notice that when you're cruising it, your mind, you just need to put, no need to put so much effort, just little bit, very minimal effort only. Okay. So this is on 19, the 7. This 7 actually not so difficult. What you do is memorize the Pali, then memorize the English, and then try to understand the meaning. Sada, faith. Sati, mindfulness. Hiri, otapa. Shame and dread. Aloba, adosa. No attachment, no hatred. Tatra majatata. Just take it as equanimity. Then try to remember some simple example for you to know the meaning. Okay. And after that, you have 6 pairs. So 7 just now plus 6. Okay, so how you get the numbers? I'm trying to show what is Abhidhamma number. Okay, 7. And then you plus this 6 times 2. All right. So 12. That's how you got 19. All right. This 19 because 7 early on, 6 pair here times 2. So you got 19. So all these are Pali. So Pasadi, Lahuta, Muduta, Kamanyata, Pagunyata, and then Ujukata. I think I made some typo error. So when you print out, if you don't print out, just change it. The G is a single G, and then this is double. All right. So just make some correction if you print out. Okay. The G is just a single G, and Nya should be double here. Actually, these six, even though it look very complicated, but they are quite same in a way, all right? Because when your mind is in a good state, you will have tranquility, lightness, what is it, malleability, worthiness, proficiency, rectitude. Okay, so first we get to know the body. Pasadi, kaya. Now, when we're talking about the kaya, this word kaya in Pali, all right? Kaya has two meanings. One is the body. Our body is also called kaya, but another meaning is called group. Okay, so what is mental group here? Mental group here refer to Cetasika. Okay, so group here means mental group. So this means that this one refer to Cetasika and this one refer to Chitta. So remember, Chitta and Cetasika arise together. So if your Chitta is Pasadi, then your Kaya, that is Cetasika, also Pasadi, tranquility. So the meaning of tranquility is like quieting, very calm, peaceful, right? And then second group is Lahuta. Lahu is light. So very easy, light L, so Lahu, and with the ta. So mental group and consciousness also Kaya Chitta, Lahuta. When we say light, what's the meaning of light? Sometimes your mind feel light, not lazy. When your mind is lazy, you find that you have no lightness. And then sometimes your mind is also in a good state, very soft. Sometimes there's another translation. I think beside this one, softness is good, not rigid. The mind is very soft. Okay. So yeah, not rigid, soft. So mudita. Weirdiness, kamanyata. So later we try to find some similarity. All right. Kamanyata is another one. Proficiency, pakunyata. Is talking about like the mind is in a healthy state. All right. Better word. This one, I think is better. And last one is a rectitude, strictness. The word uju means, or sometimes have the word uju. Sometimes another translation ujju. All right, strictness, not crookedness. So how to remember the? Right? It's just remember the Pali. All right, there are six of them: pasadi, lahuda, muduta, kamanyata, pagunyata, ujugata. So which one you see earlier on in the in the in the lupa? Lupa you will see this one. Okay. Okay. In the lupa, lahuta, muduta, kamanyata, you see the lupa. Your body also got these three. All right. So the mind also got these three. But this is talking about, here is talking about mind level at the Cetasika. So tranquility, pasadi, lightness, lahuta, memorability or softness, muduta. Mudu, you find this one in Kayan, the Metta Sutta have this word muduta. Worthiness or means flexibility, proficiency, pagunyata, rectitudes, wujud kata, right? So the kaya does not mean material. It means nama kaya, a group of mental factors, a group of cetasika here. So the root is chi. From chi become ki, then I become ay and become kaya. All right. Now we need to read out more. So just now it's just a short explanation. All right. So we have this one. Okay, 8 and 9. Why is it 8 and 9? Because we say just now got two pair. All right. Kaya and all right, 8 and 9. All right. This one. So mental group, consciousness. So mental group means cetasika and consciousness means chitta. All right. So 8 and 9 here. Okay, next person. Okay. Ho, can you read this one? Right.
Tranquility. Tranquility, pasadi. The twofold tranquility has the clear characteristic of the quieting down of stubbornness. The dharata in the mental body and consciousness, respectively. Its function is to crush such disturbance, and it is manifested as peacefulness and coolness. The proximate cause in the mental body and consciousness. It should be regarded as opposed to such defilements as restlessness and worry, which create distress. Then, likeness, lahuta. The twofold likeness has the characteristic of the subsidings of heaviness, bawa, in the mental body and consciousness, respectively. Its function is to crush heaviness. It is manifested as non-sluggishness. It is proximate cause is the mental body and consciousness. It should be regarded as opposed to such defilements as sloth and torpor, which create heaviness. Malleability, mudita. The twofold malleability has the characteristic of subsidings of rigidity, hamba, in the mental body and the consciousness, respectively. Its function is to crush rigidity. This is manifested as non-resistant, and its proximate cause is the mental body and consciousness. It should be regarded as opposed to such defilements as wrong view and concrete, which create theory.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so tranquility, very easy. So just remember the characteristic manifested is a peaceful and coolness. So when this appear in your Cetasika, means your mind will feel calm, cool, and peaceful. So it's opposite of restless and worry. All right. Now, okay. Lightness is opposite of heaviness. Okay. So it's opposite of sloth and torpor, means when you have sleepy mind, your mind is very heavy. So lightness is opposite of this one, sloth and torpor. It just manifested in lightness, very easy, all right? Then this mudita. Mudita means is to reduce the rigidity, because it's opposite of wrong view. When the mind has wrong view, the mind is so rigid on something. Wrong view means that you grasp hold on something, your mind is rigid on something. Or when you are very conceited, have mana, ego, your mind is very rigid, not soft, not malleability. Okay. So I think this is not so easy, not so difficult. Just read like that, it's okay. No need to memorize, but we just understand from this book also. Okay, now, next person. Thomas, are you here? Okay, Thomas, can you read this
Yes,
one?
I'm here.
Okay.
The proficiency, right?
No, the
Wilderness.
wilderness,
Yes,
yeah.
wilderness, kamanyata. The twofold wilderness has the characteristic of the subsiding of unwieldiness, akamanya bhava, in the mental body and consciousness, respectively. Its function is to crush unwieldiness. It is manifested as success of the mental body and consciousness in making something an object. Its proximate cause is the mental body and consciousness. It should be regarded as opposed to the remaining hindrances which create unwieldiness of the mental body and consciousness.
Okay. Please continue. Yeah. Okay, continue. Yeah.
Proficiency, pagunyata. The twofold proficiency has the characteristic of healthiness of the mental body and consciousness, respectively. Its function is to crush unhealthiness of the mental body and consciousness. It is manifested as the absence of disability. Its proximate cause is the mental body and consciousness. It should be regarded as opposed to lack of faith and so on, which causes unhealthiness of the mental body and consciousness.
Okay. Thank you.
I have a question, Sayaji.
Yeah. Okay.
What is the mental body? Is it the same as the mental group?
Mental body is the, like just now, okay, mental body is the Cetasika. Okay. Because when we say the chitta, here chitta, when chitta arise, it must arise with Cetasika, right? So when this chitta arise and this kaya means Cetasika. Okay, so you can just take it as this refer to Cetasika. Because chitta and Cetasika must arise together. So if the chitta is tranquil, then the Cetasika must be tranquil, right? So all these just little bit technical term, but they are same. Because kaya means group, mental group. Mental group means Cetasika. Okay, clear?
Okay, thank you.
So tranquility is quietim, or we can use any other things like easy, like calmness. Lightness is not heavy, and this is not rigid, means the mind is soft. So, and then the wieldiness, how did they explain just now? Okay. Unwieldiness, okay. Now the example of this unwieldiness, I think some of you might remember the example is like when you melt, okay, when you melt a iron, all right? Iron is, all very, very hard iron bar. It's very hard and you cannot bend with your hand, with your energy. But when you melt it with up to 1,000 or more than 2,000 degree, so it become very soft. You can bend it in whatever way you want. So you can bend it. So that's the meaning of weldiness. You can bend. Whatever you want to do, you can do. If you don't have this, your mind will be not flexible, don't want to do. And so also actually this one, yes, this one is also quite, I would say, quite same with this proficiency. This is talking about healthiness. When your mind is healthy, you can do what you want to do. Yes, Meng, is it Meng say? Yeah.
Yes. Then what's the difference between malleability and wieldiness? Because malleability is ability to bend, to shape.
Okay. Okay. Well, how come it come to okay, let's go back to just now. All right. So sorry. I don't know why I come here. Let me go back to the text.
Page 86, I think 87, 89.
89.
Somewhere there.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we look at the example again.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is opposite of malleability, is opposite of wrong view concept. Okay, and wieldiness kamanyata, it is opposed of the remaining hindrances. Okay, now sloth and torpor mentioned here already. All right, then wrong view concept, but wrong view and concept is not the hindrances. Other hindrances will be what? Doubts and so on. Okay, doubts, worry.
Okay, so in this case, wilderness is for all the hindrances.
No, you say remaining hindrances. Okay, so far,
hindrances.
how many hindrances you see?
Here,
yeah, you have the, okay, this one you have the restless and worry. This one, yes, sloth and torpor. Okay, then you have evil. Evil is not mentioned here, so the remaining one will be evil. And what else? Slow, fear, worry, doubts. Okay, doubts, evil, doubts,
Sensual
and
desire.
sensual desire. All right. So this
Wrong
one you
view,
can write.
wrong view also mentioned already.
Wrong view is not really hindrances. Some they say is as hindrances, but actually in meditation is not considered hindrances. Okay. So only 5 out of 5 hindrances, sloth and torpor is here. Restless, worry. So will be evil, doubts, and sensual desire. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, they look quite similar to me, you know. They look quite similar to me. But maybe the degree is different. That's why Abhidhamma is very detailed. They can experience all these very similar thing in different way. Okay, now gratitude. Have you read this one? No, yeah. Okay. It's a uprightness of the mental body means cetasika. Consciousness means chitta. So crush the tortuousness of the mental body and consciousness means that chitta and cetasika. Magnificent and non-crooked. It's very easy. Oppose of hypocrisy and furtherance. Because when somebody is a hypocrite, they like to cheat people, so their mind is not straight. So if they don't have this bad quality, then the mind is ujukata, straightness in the mind. Okay, so these 6 of them, these 6 pairs, so don't take it so seriously. Just take it when your mind has good quality, they will appear. So if you have like good concentration, you have good tranquility. So your concentration may be so strong, then maybe your mind feel very light. Or when you are happy, your mind also feel means that mental group means cetasika. Your cetasika and cetasika and chitta also feel light. So when you want to do something, if you are able to do, that means that your mind got the mudita, kamanyata, and paku nyata. And your mind is not crooked, no fraudness, fraudness. No fraud, okay, and no hypocrisy, okay. So your mind is straight. Okay, just take it like this. It's not so important. The important one will be an earlier one that you need to meditate, because all these are more helpful for us in meditation. Sada and Sati is very helpful in meditation. Hiri Otapa is when you are dealing with people, dealing with society, you need Hiri Otapa. So Aloba, Dosa also, when you're in meditation, you have to develop Aloba and Dosa. Tata Majamata means keep the mind in the middle, equanimity. So these 6, when the mind in a good condition, they will appear by themselves. So we don't need to purposely worry about them. But the next one, Virati, we have to practice it because it's part of the practice in daily life. All right. Okay. So ask somebody to read. Okay. Brother Lee, can you read this one? Virati.
Virati is a type of a mental state that abstains from evil speech, action, and livelihood. It is classified into 3. Samma vacha, right speech, abstains from lying, harsh speech, slandering, and idle talk. Samma kammata, right action, abstain from killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct. Samma ajiva, right livelihood, abstain from first trading in poison, trading in drug and alcohol, trading in weapons, trading in human, slavery, prostitution, dealing in animal for slaughter. These 3 belongs to the morality group of the Noble Eightfold Path.
Okay, thank you. So this is important because in the morality group means, you know, the Noble Eightfold Path is Sila Samadhi Panya, right? Sila group. You have to develop your Sila. So when we say Sila, so if you are talking about in daily life, we need to take either 5 precepts or in meditation, 8 precepts. So you notice that you will have this one, right speech. What's the meaning of right speech? Right speech means abstain from wrong speech. What's the meaning of right action? Means abstain from bad action. Right livelihood means abstain from wrong livelihood. So it's always opposite of the bad one. So right speech means there are 4. lying, half speech, slandering, and idle talk, 4 of them. Action only 3, killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, 3 action. And then livelihood means 4 of them, poison, drug, alcohol, weapon, human, or animal. Animal means buy and sell animal to kill them. So, but this in daily life, these 3, right, speech, action, livelihood, sama wacha, sama kamanda, sama ajiva, they do not arise together. When you abstain from wrong speech, so at that time there's wrong right speech, but no others. Okay, so if you abstain from killing, so at that time only got sama kamanda. There's no sama wacha. So if you abstain from trading poison, so only this one, but not the other 2. This means that when you purposely make effort to not lie, then you got right speech. Purposely make effort not to kill, then you got the right action. Okay. And this one, especially when you're in meditation, you definitely get this one, because in meditation center, you don't do any bad action like poison, trading poison, drug, and so on. So that's why in meditation center, normally you will get sama ajiva very easily. So in mundane life, they do not arise together. Only when you purposely abstain from it, they arise. But in vipassana, you develop this as a morality group, as a part of the Pubbabhaga, means a part of the meditation, as a basis for vipassana. Only in the supramundane consciousness, these 3 will arise together, exist at the same time, only in the supramundane consciousness, not in the mundane one. All right. So very easy. Only when in enlightenment time, these 3 will arise together. At other time, they do not arise together. Only 1 or 2, maybe 1. Most likely it's only 1. Okay. All right. Up to now, any question before we go for next one? Any question up to here?
Saji,
Yes.
not very clear about manifestation and the function.
Okay. All right. All right. For example, okay, so look for something easy. Okay, manifestation means it's how it appears in our mind, right? For example, when you have tranquility, it will appear in your mind as peaceful and coolness. So people might see you from this is talking about mind, but from people from outside, they see maybe your facial expression, your body behavior is tranquil because your mind is tranquil, your mind is peaceful.
Wow.
So that is how how it manifests to us or manifest to other people. Okay, so what is another thing you know? Okay, function. Function means what is actually it's a work. The work is trying to crush such disturbance in the because sometimes when your mind and body not tranquil, so you always got disturbance. But after that, your mind get tranquility, so you will not have such disturbance. So the function is means that how it works, the working, right? Manifestation means how it show
Then
to
the
people.
proximal cause.
Possibly cause it will what will cause it to happen, like the reason why tranquility will appear is because you got the chitta and cetasika. Okay.
Okay.
Isn't
Yes. Next question. Okay. All right. Okay. So we finish. You can see even though it's 19 of them, actually don't worry. It's only you just remember to remember this 7 is take more effort. So 7 as one group first. Then after that, yeah. Then after that, you remember these 6 of them. 6 times 2, you got 12. 12 plus this 7, you got 19. All right. So just remember the Pali and English. This is easy. 3 only. Okay. Sama vacha, sama kamanda, sama ajiva. Then after that, you have this. We still have these 2. Okay. Apamanya 2. And then amoha. Amoha is very easy, wisdom only. All right, so far up to here. Any question? If not, I'll continue. Yeah, okay, but the course say kamanyata. Yeah, another translation is the adaptability. Yes, also can. Yes?
Sergi.
Who are you? I cannot see your name. Yeah? G
The
Kate.
example,
Okay. Yeah.
non-idle talk.
Hmm?
Can you give
So,
example talk, which is not non-idle? We like to gather
okay.
the politics
Gather.
Is it considered idle talk?
If in meditation, is definitely idle talk. Okay, especially in meditation, when you are supposed to meditate and you talk about the nothing to do with meditation, you talk about like the country, the politics. In meditation is really idle talk. But in normal life, there's always talk about government and so on, because all this talk will promote hatred, great hatred delusion, right? Okay, so samavacha means try to abstain from all this. By abstaining from all this, then the mind will have loving kindness. The mind will feel more peaceful. It's much more on meditation, but normally in our life, we always talk about this and that. Yeah. Okay. So that's why in meditation center, you observe the noble silence to have the right speech. Okay. If no question, I go for next one.
Thank you, Sergi.
Okay. Appamanya. All right. This is the appamanya. All right. So from the word pamada. Pamada. Pamada is like measurement. Measurement. So something that you cannot measure means limitless.
Measurement. Pamada is
Okay. Something that limitless means that something that you should practice all the time. That's why all this, if you remember, Karuna Mudita is called the Brahma Vihara. Here only mention two. Karuna, Mudita. Karuna is compassion. The root is kam, okay? Kam, to shake. So if you look at the root, kam means that the mind, when, for example, when you see somebody who suffer, you find that your mind is really shake. So the root is kam, is shake. You shake with compassion. But another root is kar, to do. So when you see somebody in compassion, you just feel that you want to do something to help them to reduce their suffering. So that's the meaning of kar, to do. You have compassion, your mind shake, and you want to help them. Another one is mudita. So we have few translations like sympathetic joy, ostrich joy, appreciative joy. The best one should be either this one, all right? Ostrich joy also quite nice. Appreciative joy is also quite nice. Sympathetic joy sometimes doesn't look nice because it look like you are sympathized. But mudita should be happy mind. So ostrich joy is okay. Because the root mood, okay, is to be joyful. So there are probably word like past participle mudita, you know. Sometimes you see some of the place also got this one mudita. So these two belong to four sublime state, or we call it Brahma Vihara, noble living. But if you talking about four, we still have other two. So where are the other two? Other two will be loving kindness, metta. Okay, so this metta. So another two will be equanimity. All right. So metta and equanimity is not belong to this group. Okay. Metta and equanimity is not belong to this group. Only the karuna, mudita is belong to this group. So where can you find the metta? Metta is under adosa, mentioned just now. Equanimity is under the Tratamajatata. So it's already calculated just now. That's why we don't include this because it's already mentioned in previous Cetasika. So if you look at the charts, which I list down in the beginning, right? So you have the this one, Karuna and Mudita is here. So 4 sublime states. Others will be Adosa. Metta is here. So we have the Metta, Karuna, Mudita, and then this one, Tatra Majatata. Same with Upeka. Remember 4 sublime state, the Brahma Vihara will be, normally we say Metta, Karuna, Mudita, and Upeka, right? So if you got 2 of them, Karuna and Mudita, then the rest, Metta means Adosa. Upeka means the Tatra Majatata. Okay, so when you practice the 4 Brahma Vihara, you are trying to develop this 1, 2, 3, 4 Cetasika. Okay, all right. So it's good to develop this Cetasika. Now, when we talk about Brahma Vihara for our meditation practice, this I put the point here. When you learn Abhidhamma, also we try to remember how to practice. So just now in the text we are talking about something is direct enemy and indirect enemy. All right. Loving kindness, direct enemies means hatred, anger. Because if you have hatred, anger, it will disturb the metta. Compassion is good and opposite cruelty. So direct enemy. Appreciate joy or opposite joy is good. Jealousy is not good, right? So if somebody want to develop this one, then they'll be able to reduce the jealousy. That's why it's called direct enemy. Upeka is good, but sometimes when you have greed or hatred, you got restless mind. When you have so much restless mind, you cannot develop upeka. So upeka should be practiced to reduce the restless mind. So we should develop the 4 Brahma Vihara here. When we develop it, we should be aware what is indirect enemy. Indirect enemy is kind of quite pretentious. For example, when you have metta to your children, but you also have attachment to your children or to your father, mother, so you call it indirect enemy. When you have compassion, sometimes your compassion is too much. You will feel grief when somebody suffer. You also might cry together with them. So this is called indirect enemy. Joy is good, but when too much joy, too much excitement, so you might get kind of like carried away. So as a relation. Equanimity is good, but sometimes indifferent pretending, all right? Pretending to be equanimity. For example, you don't care about other people. It's not because you have economy towards them, because you are not interested in them in the first place. So we should try to reduce the indirect enemy, also direct enemy, and try to practice this 4 Brahma Vihara. The objects are different. So when you practice meditation, you need to know what is the object of meditation. Metta means you take all beings. Karuna, compassion, you only take the sufferer. How to develop compassion? By only seeing the people in suffering. Mudita means you want to take happy things. So when you see other beings are in a good state, in a happy state, so mudita can take it. Equanimity, upeka, always take good and bad, love and unlove, okay, pleasant and unpleasant. But the problem is when you practice this 4 Brahma Vihara, you still on the idea of panyati, because you must take like there's I, there's you, there's your father, there's your mother, there's your son and daughter, right? So if you want to practice loving kindness, you must take a being. You want to practice compassion, you must take a being who is suffering. When you practice this one, you also must take a being. But only upeka can be the real one. It can take the idea, concept, because it can take the namarupa, very high level ultimate truth. It can take everything, the sankara, as the object. So upeka is the best one. Okay, let me finish this one. Okay, panya, cetasika. The last one is a panya. Erase the object. So in Pali, it's called panya plus indriya, faculty of wisdom. And when we say panya means you try to see things as they really are, as impermanent, suffering, non-self, and asubha. Okay? So all these are very good to practice in meditation. Whether you're practicing vipassana or samatha, you should practice all of them. All right. Okay. So far, any question up to here?
Sayagyi, this is Shinling.
Okay.
The direct enemy is the same as near enemy in the
Yeah. Some they
mention.
use the word near enemy.
Okay.
Okay. Not direct enemy. Indirect enemy. Near enemy. Direct enemy is really opposite. Okay. This is very good. This is no good. Do you get it? This is good. This is not good. But indirect enemy, sometimes they call it near enemy. It can be good. It look like good. For example, you have attachment. It look good, but actually it's a meta plus attachment. Can you get it?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
For example, when you see somebody having suffering, you have compassion, but your compassion become too much. He cry, you also cry. All right, that's the meaning. When somebody is very happy, you also get excited, too excited. So this is not helpful for your mind. Of course, normally our mind is either more towards this side, but we should practice our mind until it become a real, have the possess the real quality of this one. Okay. So yes.
Can I check how do we practice the upekkha or equanimity? Like
Well, by letting go. That's why
go.
you should see everything as impermanent, suffering, non-self, and asubha. All right. Even though it sounds very theoretical, but everything in the world is anicca, dukkha, anatta, asubha. Impermanent, suffering, non-self, and impurity. Impurity means not beautiful. So we should try and see only through vipassana. We can see things changing all the time. And then by we see things changing all the time, we start to let go and let go and let go. So you see the Cetasika, you realize that there are many things you can practice. Panya, you can practice. For Brahma Vihala, you also can practice. The Sama Vacha, Sama Kamanta, Ajiva, we have to practice because they are noble eightfold path. And then we try to make our mind full of these 8 of them, six pair. And then Sada, Sati, Hiri, Otapa, all this we should have as this is called Sobana. Sobana Cetasika means beautiful Cetasika. They arise with all the Sobana Chitta. So after this, next month, when we go for the Cetasika Chitta, I hope you still remember, okay? Because if you want to learn the Chitta, you must remember the Cetasika. If you don't remember the Cetasika, when you go to Chitta, you feel more more forgetful because here only 52. Chitta will be 89 or 1 to 1. The level is increasing. There are many things you have to remember. For those new to Abhidhamma, try to remember as much as you can. Because imagine last time when you are doing mathematics, you have to remember the 1 times 1, then 1 times 2, 1 times 3, then 4, multiplication 4, then 5, 6, 12, up to 12, okay? So if you don't remember this, when you do mathematics, it's very difficult for you. Same like Abhidhamma. When you have some facts like Abhidhamma, so when you do the realization of what is happening at the mind and body at this moment, you can say, oh, this is Cetasika. Okay, this is the Mudutta. Okay, this is the Kamanyata. This is Pakunyata. This is Sada. This is Sati. This is Viriya, and so on. All right. Okay. Okay. Now it's already, what's the time now? Okay. Yeah, 1.5. All right. So we open for question. Either you want to ask Abhidhamma or other subject. We will finish soon. All right. So if any question on the Lupa or Cetasika or any question on your exam, you can ask now.
Sayagyi, this is Shining. I go back to the Brahma Vihara part.
Okay. You want me
the
to
di-
share the screen?
Yeah, the difference between just now you for the mudita, you mentioned, I mean, you use the example of crying, right? I mean, does
Compassion.
it mean, does it mean, if we cry, then it's no longer mudita, but the mere
Cry is
anger,
the karuna, and then the
karuna.
passionate grief, somanasa. Somanasa is like the mind becomes sad. Of course, when we have a real karuna, our mind will feel sad. Yeah, but it say that we should not let the mind too affected by the suffering or happiness of sentient being, because the purpose of doing the Brahma Vihara is to raise the mind become more noble and noble. Like it say this is practiced by the Brahma, because their mind is always at very high level, very peaceful, calm, always full of metta and compassion. All right. So means that don't make yourself to get so emotional, attached to people. So when they cry, you cry. When they hee hee ha ha, you also hee hee ha ha. Because all this will not promote equanimity. Okay. What we need is to support especially the equanimity, make the mind always more balanced. All right. We use the word balance. That's the best one.
Thank you.
Okay. Next question. All right. Okay. The others I think is quite I understand. So this Abhidhamma note is called fundamental of Abhidhamma. Is a Saido Dr. Nandamala. I think he taught with the German people, so his German student compare it. Because normal Abhidhamma book, if you notice it's not easy to study. There are too much information. Even like this, you find that all these are actually the only Pali, starting with the Pali is this one. So this is the starting Pali, and this from the commentary. From the commentary, the Pali, after that the English translation, and after that we call it the further information. Okay. Of course, if you can remember, it's good. But if you cannot remember, at least take the essence of the Dhamma. All right. For example, what is mindfulness? Like I mentioned, mindfulness means it remember the object. What is sada? Sada means you trust something. You believe in something. So when you believe in something, you have faith. Even it's really, you can see those people who have faith, who have sada, their mind, their face look very, in Burmese we call it chilin. It means their mind look very peaceful and calm because they have faithful time. So their mind look very clear, their complexion, not to say beautiful or not whatever, but they have the peaceful mind or clear mind. Mindfulness is remember the object. So if you don't remember your meditation object, means that you have no mindfulness. Hiri otapa means not to do evil. Aloba means no attachment. Adosa means non-hatred, means same with metta. And neutrality means your mind is equanimity or balance. Then this six pair, pasadi, lahuta, mudita, kamanyata, pagunyata, ujukata. All right. Then this right speech, action, livelihood, and so on. Okay, so we go back to the beginning. So for those who never learned Abhidhamma before, so now you start to understand. It's very important to remember, okay, what is chitta? Chitta means chitta and Cetasika must arise together. Okay, they must arise together. It's like, for example, the nama arise accompanied by 7. Minimally, they must 7. They arise together, they pass away, same object and same base. And then 13 are common in a good or bad chitta. But 14 is only appear in akusala chitta. And sobana is those good chitta like jhana or normal, when you have faith, when you have mindfulness, all these are sobana chitta. So the sobana cetasika will appear. Then after that, try to remember this chart 52. It look difficult, but you can try. Every day you try to remember some and sooner or later you can memorize it. Because for us, study in Buddhist university, we have to memorize this. Okay, Bante, Aditya, Sena. You have to memorize it, so might as well you try to memorize now. Remember the Pali and English and the meaning. Okay. So how many of you think that you can memorize? Raise your hand. Do you think that you can memorize this 52? Sorry, let me. Okay. So how many of you think that you can memorize it? With confidence that you can memorize? Nobody. It can. Every day you try to remember. Okay, first day you remember the first group. Second day you remember the second group. Third day remember the first and second group together. So it's possible because all the university students, like in our university, thousands of students have memorized it. So it's possible. Okay. Then after that, try to remember group by group, their function, their name, meaning, and if you can remember the simile, which is easier. Okay. For example, Chitta is the king. Cetasika is accompany. Or Pasa is touching. Vedana is like the king enjoying the food. Sanya is the carpenter. Chetana is the motivation. Ekagata is like one-pointedness, all right? The mind focus on the object. And this is will be maintaining the life. And Manasikala is turning to the object, direct to object. And then you've got Vitaka and Vichara. Especially in Jhana, you will learn the Vitaka Vichara. So there will be decision, effort, joy, and chanda. So this only sometimes appear in all the chitta, not all the time, sometime only. Okay. Then there will be akusala. Akusala is actually not so difficult. So there will be 4 unwholesome things. These 4 appear. They will appear together. When you learn chitta, you understand which one appear, which one not appear. Now you just go and memorize it. And then loba, there will be 3, greed, wrong view, and conceit. Okay. Then there will be dosa. All right. Dosa isa macharia kukucha. So jealousy on somebody, stingy, not willing to share, restless, worry over things done badly, worry, right? Then sloth, topper, lazy mind. And then there will be doubts. Okay. So there are 14 of them. Then today we learn the Sobana. Okay. So that's all. Not so difficult. All right. Okay. So
Isaji,
Yes.
what is the purpose of memorizing these 52 Cetasikas?
Okay, now I ask you the same question. Okay, last time when you learn the mathematics, do you have to memorize the table of multiplication?
Yeah, that one is because we have to use it in daily life.
Same. This is also same. You have to remember because sooner or later when you practice meditation, there will be something pop 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 coming to mind. Okay, you know, okay, this is effort, this is joy, this is a tranquility, right? So it's like preparation for your mind to be more aware of your mental state. Abhidhamma makes sure that you, when you ever practice, your experience in meditation will be explained clearer. Compared to those who never learn Abhidhamma, you might not really aware what will happen to your mind. So, but when you learn Abhidhamma, you know, oh, this unwholesome Cetasika, this wholesome Cetasika, and then there's a sloth topper day, and then for Brahma Vihala, yes, I having the metta, but I still have the attachment to my family and friend. So direct enemy, indirect enemy. Okay. Abhidhamma give you the facts, but Vipassana is tell you how to meditate on Abhidhamma. But of course, when you practice on Vipassana, you don't need to purposely going to memorize all the Abhidhamma facts. When they appear, you just know it. All right. When mindfulness is there, you know mindfulness is there. When the anger is there, you know the anger is there. When there's no mindfulness, how you know there's no mindfulness? Because you forget your meditation object. Okay. That's why the meditation sati, the root is sar, to remember. So if you cannot remember your abdomen rising, falling, or your breathing, or your body, or your six sense basis, you go wandering the mind. So this means that you do not have mindfulness. Okay. Next question.
Yeah, thank you, Sergi.
Sergi,
Yes, will you?
just now you mentioned the near enemy for loving kindness is PR. And then
Yes, PR.
and then there's the table that you gave about the 4 Brahma Vihara. The indirect enemy is Pema. So the difference between Pema and Pia?
Pema
Or
is
synonyms?
Paya is talking about loved one. Loved one. Okay. Pema is Pia is beloved one, loved one. Pema is kind of like attachment, love also. Love and attachment. Pia. No. Pia is talking about loved one. Pema is talking about the state of mind. Pema. Pema, okay? Pema and Pia. Like the Pia is Pia are Pia. Those you love and you don't like. Those you love and those you don't love. Okay?
And
Is
then
it clear?
Sergi, what's the clear? Thank you. The Pali word for the callousness and indifference for greed, indirect enemy.
Yeah, that's why I cannot find it.
Oh,
I
okay,
cannot find
thank
it.
you,
Yeah, that's why
Sergi.
I didn't put it. Because sometimes you find this information at the the Buddha and his teaching also mentioned about this. So last time I learned from Singapore, one of the teacher, Brother Richard, they also put like this. So indifference and economy is different. Indifference is you don't care in the first place. Equanimity means you try to care, but after that you let go. For example, if you see a beggar, like in Myanmar here, sometimes the beggar come. Okay, sometimes the beggar come and asking for money. So indifferent means you don't care for them, not interested in their welfare. Equanimity means after you try to help them or you understand that they are fake beggar, right? You have the right view. Then there's a real equanimity. Can you see the difference? Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay. Next question. Beside the 4 Brahma Vihara, how about other questions?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Barco? Yes.
Yeah, maybe can I share on the
Can
upeka
I
and indifference?
Cannot hear you.
Cannot
Not
hear
clear.
me, yeah.
Sorry?
It's soft, is it? Can you hear?
Cannot hear. Not clear, Brother Ko.
Not clear. How about now?
Cannot hear.
Cannot. Okay. What about now? Still not.
Your voice come in and off. Is breaking.
Oh, okay. What about now?
Now it's okay. Yes.
Okay. That means it's a connection problem, technical
Okay.
problem. Okay.
Yes.
So on the upeka and the indifference, I used to have this conflict too. So finally, I got the answer to this. Indifference in one way is to look at it that tidak apa, we don't bother.
Yeah, he don't bother.
Because we do not know the cause or whatever it is. That means we are ignorant of the cause actually. Whereas upeka generally refers to that we actually know the problem.
Yeah.
And yet we have a balanced mental state. So
right.
one example I was given is this. For example, if you are compassionate for people, so you try to help out. When you
Yes.
try to help out, for example, in a natural disaster, there's so much you can help. So what you can do, you just do. So that is your compassion.
Yes.
So, but coming to a stage, you have to select which place you want to help. So after
With
having
wisdom,
selected,
yeah. With wisdom, yeah.
Because you
Yes.
have to focus your resources.
Yes.
So when your
Okay.
resource is limited, you can't help
Yeah.
everyone.
Yes. Okay.
And you are not overwhelmed by your compassion.
Yeah. Okay.
So you become neutral in that sense.
Yes, it's for example like the case when you're all being to pilgrimage, right? So I've been to pilgrimage to the India. Then you always see the Indian lady, they hold very young baby, right? Moving around in the very hot sun with a young baby, carrying around. Then you feel very sympathetic to the young baby. You say, oh, how come they are so suffering? The mother carry the young baby and trying to ask for money. And then when we are in India, then we know the Sifu. She's from Ladakh. She studied in Taiwan for many years. She can speak very good Chinese. And then she because we asked her this question, so she also go and ask the Indian mother, say, okay, she's this Sifu, she's running a charity center in Bogaya. And then she asked the Indian mother, say, okay, you give me the child, I'll take care of the child, I'll give them proper education. Then the Indian mother say, no, with the child, I earnings lots of money per day. So without a child, I cannot even get so much money. So you can see that we are trying to help. We have the compassion, loving kindness toward the child. But after that, we realize the situation. Actually, there's a lot of cheating case with the beggars and so on. They prefer to bring the young baby, just going down sometimes they say they are giving the child, give the child some drugs to make it sleep well. Okay, so then we know, oh, not a lot of beggars are real beggars. Similarly, like in Myanmar, some of the she say a lot of young children running around asking for money, not really real beggar, but some are under the syndicate where they are being kidnapped. So we should put our compassion, loving kindness, like Brother Ko say, at the right place. If you got money, you go donate at the right organization. They are doing the right job, not simply just give the money, because some of the money might not end up at the sufferer. It will go somewhere to the pocket of somebody. Okay, so we have loving kindness with compassion, and if you put wisdom, like just now, the last Cetasika is wisdom. So if you practice for Brahma Vihala with the right wisdom, then your equanimity will be increased, real wisdom, especially when you understand the working of karma. You try to help people, but they refuse to be helped, or you try to help people, but you have limited resources, you cannot help anybody. So we have to believe, okay, everybody subject to own karma, good or bad. If they do a lot of good deeds, they will enjoy their life. If they do a lot of bad deeds in the past life, so they will suffer in this life. All right. Okay. Next question. All right. So if no question, I think today 1.5 hours, I'm happy to end this session. So I already told you the date of exam. So I give you all 1 month for those taking exam. For those who are under free and easy and certificate, if you like to join in, the exam will be like now over the Zoom. Okay. But for those who taking the exam, I will show the question on the screen. So you can just write down. If you want to type also can. If you feel that you cannot do type, if you feel that you cannot write, you want to type, yes, you also can type. Okay, so I trust you all not to cheat, not to look at any source of paper or anything, just write from your memory. Okay. All right.